What's doing, guys? Big Zamp here. I've had a look at how long the video is, so I decided to split it up into two parts for you. Be sure to check out the second part once you're done with the first. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. I really appreciate it. If you find it helpful or you enjoy the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to have a whole bunch of new world content coming up in the near future. So excited about this game. There's only one day left before launch, and I just can't wait to get in there and actually start playing for keeps. There's going to be a lot of action in launch. I've got 4 of my close buddies that we're going to be playing this game together. So it's actually going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. There hasn't been a game like this in however long. For all my FPS players, it really scratches that FPS itch and that fast twitchy feeling as well. And then for all my MMO RPG players as well, it's got everything you guys want. Anything crafting through to PvP to PvE, this game has got everything, and you're not necessarily bound to a set way. So anyway, guys, I'm going to have some PvP commentary for you. This is for my last minute crunches of PvP knowledge. I'm just going to basically go through a 3v1 fight that I had. It's been in some of my montage clips. So this is just a slowed down version. I'm running at 70%. So right here, you can see in before, I just got killed by these guys while I was AFK. My fault for going AFK in the open world. It was stupid of me, but hey, guess what? Things happen, right? So here's me exacting revenge. So right here, we've got a level 15, a 16, and a 19. No idea what weapons they have. No idea about what skills they have. So at the moment, I'm going to want to be keeping some distance. I do notice that 2 of them are standing still. So they're not at the quest giver, but they're just off to the side. So whether they've just got an item from him or something like that. Anyway, in these 3v1 situations, you're always going to take this opportunity. Rule number 1 of PvP, be ruthless. Like, you know, if this was my 9-month-old daughter trying to verse me in the game, well, guess what? No mercy. Daddy's rules, right? So here we go. Instantly in on the action. I'm going to use some abilities since they were bunched. So now I'm getting double tick damage with poison arrow on 2 of them, and I can see what kind of damage we're doing. Managed to get one of them to half, so I'm keeping an eye on that guy, but still I want to kind of gauge exactly how they're going to go about this fight. They're disorientated right now. They don't know how many people are attacking them. They've just kind of gone for the closest amount of cover, which is a smart thing to do on their behalf. Right here, this is the wrong thing to do on this guy's behalf. So you can see that he's half HP. He hasn't potted. He potentially has eaten some food, but poison arrows on him, so it's kind of negating any kind of HP that he is regenning, or it's at least doing a fair bit of chunk. Now, he's also come around the corner and he's cast some abilities. Now, while he's been doing so, he's been standing relatively still. I'm able to get some poke damage on him with my bow. Again, 3v1. I haven't got enough damage right now to be able to warrant me pushing in and going ham with the Rapier, which is just going to sit there. So managed to get a bit of damage on the first guy. He's gone then to take cover. And so right now I could have shot at him, but I just went for the middle target, the easier shot. Sometimes the easier shot in these situations, instead of going for a harder shot, having to move more, having to aim more, going for the simple, easy shot, because is the best option, because you have to look at their combined health as one health pool, right? So we're going to be trying to chip away at that major health pool as much as possible. When the opportunity arises to be able to take those shots, to be able to, you know, guarantee a certain kill, to be able to chunk that and, you know, bring yourself back into the fight, or at least start to even up the odds. That's when we want to be taking that. My crosshair was basically over the top of one of them. So I'm just going to just hit left click. I'm not going to think too much about it. Don't overthink. Don't overcomplicate a game that is already, you know, relatively complicated in its movements, its abilities and things like that. So I get the shot off. Now I can see what we're dealing with in terms of what weapons they've got. We've got 2 bow users, and we know that there's an ice gauntlet user. So that's kind of telling me, all right, if they want to have a range fight with me, well, I'm going to have to be on point. I'm going to have to be hitting all my skills and things like this. But I still don't know what secondary weapons they're using, right? And it's very hard to see from like that when you've got 3 people attacking you. Luckily, the Ice Gauntlet user decides to not fully heal, not use a pot to a certain degree. and then comes back in the fight. Obviously, with numbers, there is sometimes situations where you need to be doing that, but this is not one of them. Luckily, I get the crit, so I do a bunch of damage to this guy. Obviously, with the level scaling as well, he's level 15, I'm level 20, so it didn't end well for him. I got the crit, it wasn't a headshot, so that's just comes down to dex and things like that, and my stats, and also some of the passives that I have. So luckily, that's what happens. Get the crit, and I'm instantly going to get the kill. Normally, in a 3v1 situation like this, I would say don't even worry about the kill, because, you know, it's going to force one of them to either not be fighting you, and it's also going to distract them as well. If they've got someone in their ear that's communicating with them, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, well, they're more than likely going to go ahead and do that, which then means you might be 1v1 for a split second. But just to see, like, you know, keep it simple, I just get the kill, right? I'm also thinking in the back of my head, 3v1, this could be pretty dangerous. I've also noticed that one of them has got a spear as well, which can be pretty damn nasty with their CC abilities and stuff like that. So he comes in, completely whiffs his skill. He should have been using that from a long distance away, but we're lucky in that retrospect. You know, with Volt Leap, it does have such a long charge time, so I probably would have rolled back at the time as well, or at least use evade or something like that. But I decided to go use Fletch. You know, we've just gotten a kill, so now it's time to kind of poke these guys and figure out what kind of damage we're looking at. As I've used Fletch to go in, I noticed that they're both spear users. So in a 2v1, this is probably not the place you want to be, but luckily I do know that I've got Riposte still, which is a Rapier skill where basically if I use it, it will block the first incoming attack skill, and then I will also be able to stun. I cannot be stunned. I can be not knocked to the ground. I can't be staggered while I'm doing that animation, but it is a very skill-based skill. If you use this at the wrong time and you get ranged, well, you're basically going to be blocking an arrow and doing a 1 second animation, which if there's people behind you can be quite bad if you're not able to turn around quick enough and stun them. So I'm here. I can see that they're about to attack. I've hit Riposte. Riposte the left character's attack and actually ends up blocking the right character's sweep. So, like I said, I can't be stunned. I can't have anything done to me. Right now, I know that I've hit both of them with the stun. They've got the double digits coming up. Sorry, 2 sets of numbers coming up. So I know that I've hit them both with my Riposte stun. So I'm in a pretty good position. So these guys will be stunned for, I believe, it's 1 second, or if I have the passive, the skill up, it's 2 seconds. Not sure if I have that at the moment with this at this level. I do know I get it towards later in the beta, but I know I can hit them both twice. So I'm going to poke right guy first, do a little bit of damage, and then I'm going to try poke left. And this is just me purely gauging how much damage I'm doing to them and seeing, you know, particularly the level 19, what stats they have stacked. If they've gone Constitution, this is helping me gauge what armor they have, because obviously in New World, the armor can be quite misleading as well. Some of the light looks like medium and some of the medium looks like light. But from what I see here, neither of them are wearing heavy armor. And I'm able just to get a little bit of damage. Now, I don't have any defensive abilities left on my Rapier. I've just gone ahead and used my one skill, which is guaranteed to block a stun from a spear, and I have 2 spear users. So what I'm going to want to do now is dish damage, get out, right? So I can see I've got full stamina. I can also see that I've got back shot down the bottom right just here on my bow. So I know that I can create a huge amount of distance in a very short amount of time. So I'm going to double roll out.